Hello, guys. I'm back to another mindset conversation on how and why you should build a foundation. And we should start from why you should build a foundation instead of chasing random shit that we see across socials, across everything else, and you know now, why you should trust me? Well, I can talk about building a foundation because I've been in business for the past 6 years and I lost so much and I've been through a lot of pain. And I love talking about pain. I love talking about things I've been through as I can talk on it and I've got experience to share with you. So, why you should build a foundation instead of chasing random hype as we see in today's society and world. I think, first of all, you need to understand what a foundation is, and it's not only about business. A foundation is choosing your core values and building a very strong, solid plan for your own personal life. Like massive hype now that is summer, everybody's out partying in the EU, and it's cool. Like I get it, going to Ibiza, doing all of that. Like I've been through it, I've done it all. I'm now 27 years old, and I feel like I'm an auntie sometimes. So yeah, I've done a lot of shit that I'm not proud of. So I can definitely share with you so you won't feel the way I felt back then because I did not have anyone to tell me what to do and why building a foundation is so important. So I believe that having a family or building something solid, it's 10x cooler than going out to Ibiza or to any island that you want to go and party and get lost. Most of people that were partying with me back then are absolutely lost and broke, and I'm glad I am here. I'm able to build something. I'm not saying that everyone parties broke and fucked up, but it's just that you need to understand your values first. And if you are in the position to go out, it's going to be a point that I myself might do something, but it's just in a very, very different way and perspective. So I want you to believe in yourself, first of all. So building a foundation comes to your core values, not only business, as I mentioned earlier. You need to understand your own values. You need to write down the partner you want. You need to write down everything. 8 months ago, I was doing loads of wrong things with my own life, with my business. I took wrong decisions, wrong partners, and stuff. But that happens, I believe, to all entrepreneurs. You do have random business partners sometimes that can fuck your business, but building a foundation is all setting high standards for yourself, setting high goals for your own. Like, just don't be chasing random and empty shit as you see, because we have a culture in a world now that get rich tomorrow, going out partying and doing all of that is fun. I really get it. I've done myself, but it's like it's so empty after summer. Everybody's home, locked in a job they hate, locked in a life they hate. And what can you really get from this? Do you know what I mean? It's just a very short pleasure that costs your life down the road really, really much. Instead, you should be locking yourself for the first and few years of your 20s and build a foundation. If I had the mindset I've got today, back then when I was partying and throwing my money on drugs and bullshit and girls and random shit, I would been in a much, much different level today. So that's why I'm telling you that. So I hope you can take some value from these conversations. And as soon as you understand that you have X values and you don't want to cross the line, I think building a family is really 10x cooler than doing all the shit that you see people doing, because there is no regret on building a family. Like, I genuinely think there is no regret. But going out, you are like never satisfied. Like, I'm never satisfied, but in a business level. When it comes to my foundation core, I'm fine. Like, because I've been through a period that I was alone and I know what I want and I know what I don't want. And something that I want to tell you as well is that if you never get alone with yourself, you can never get with someone. I was jumping from one relation to another relation to another relation until my last relationship that, I'm not very open to talking about relations. But anyways, it's just a quick example. Like, I thought I had to stop, and I did, and I do. Let me just change it. That's much better. So I had to change position. Something that I want you to understand as well is that if you don't like being by your own, you're never going to be with someone else. I was that person jumping from one person to another person to another person until my last relationship that I was like, no fucking way, no fucking way. First of all, when you're building a foundation, you need to have a very, very strong partner, or you rather be alone and write down everything you want this person to have. This person needs to support me in XYZ. This person has got to be this and this and that. However, you need to choose your foundation. You need to choose your core value also to your partner, right? Because if you don't clarify, I've done that multiple times, it's just not going to work, because then you're going to get with someone that don't meet the criteria, don't meet the standards. They do not, meet their standards. And make sure to set your core foundations value really, really high, so then down the road you don't get, the surprises you get, and most marriages crashes, this day and age. But however, that's something else. And as I mentioned, I believe building a family is the way better than, just fucking around and doing all this crap and stuff. But though it's a couple of things that you realize when you get older. Like, I feel like I'm getting older, and I just realized this recently. So there is nothing outside that excites me, because I've done it all. And going back to the foundation, and it's part of building a foundation. Going through shit and realizing shit is also part of building a foundation. You're not going to build a foundation if you don't go through shit, if you don't go through your lonely period. Again, if you don't have a supportive person, you'd rather be alone. And the reason is that when you are building your foundation, you need someone that is definitely going to trust you. People normally don't. And you need to be okay with being alone. You need to be okay with giving up a couple of years to have X, Y, and Z. You need to be okay with opening up as well when the person arrives, which I'm actually struggling with. That you need to be okay also being by your own. You are going to face a very, very long period and a dark season of your life. I've been there, and I love to talk about it because I definitely can talk about it. I've been there, I lived it, and I saw it all. Okay. Most people, will leave you and let them go. And yeah, it's no downside on building your foundation. Now that you understand a little bit more why you should build a foundation and why building a foundation, it's better, and how to build a foundation. So first of all, you're going to get a piece of paper, and it's the most valuable thing I can ever tell you. Get a piece of paper and start writing down everything that matter for your life. Some people, be chasing shit. Some people be like, I want to build an empire. I want to provide for my family. Like, no matter how hard it's going to be, I am not going to quit. That's something you need to realize. You are going to face difficulties. You are going to face shit. Just don't quit. And I promise it will work, because I was there and I was about to quit. Everything happened because I didn't quit. Okay. So sometimes this generation really, really scares me, because I know everything is supposed to be overnight, but things aren't overnight. And building a foundation takes time. So you're going to get a piece of paper, you're going to write down what matter for you. In my case, example, like my mom, it's everything. She comes in the first place. My business comes in a second place. And I know my you might not agree with me, but my mom is the number one priority in my life. And then comes my business, and also my family comes first. Anyways, my family really comes first. And family can vary, okay? Not all family members are my family, because I had loads of problems and loads of trouble with some very funny family members as well. So my mom, my uncle, my grandpa, and one and another, they do come before my business and will always be. I don't care who you are, I don't care how much is the deal. My family comes first, okay? So family first, business second. In my specific case, you might prioritize business, you might prioritize, it's really up to you what the priority is. But get a piece of paper, write down, and write down why as well. You need to go deeper. I start to journaling everything for the past 8 months, and I can even show you sometime, when I'm, with my notebook close to me, I can show you how I break down everything to where I got today, and what's important, what is not important, what do I want, who I want to hang with, and also family, business, and friends. To be very, very careful with who you hang with. I know it's a cliche, but you are your surroundings. If you are around people doing drugs, if you are around people drinking, you are the next broke or just fucked up one, because I know very, very high individuals that are in deep drugs. Okay, so it doesn't really matter if you have a lot of money and you look like shit and you take drugs and you party too much. It's still it's still crap, on my opinion. It's no it's just empty. Do you know what I mean? It's an empty life, and I've been there and I don't want to be there. So as soon as you write down family, business, however, and friends in my specific case, you can have a broader vision on how your foundation is going to look like. I just wanted to share with you these very, very valuable lessons I've learned from my personal experience, from my personal pain. I want you to understand that building a foundation is much, much cooler than everything else. Like, it's just how I see life, and I know the today's society struggle a lot. You don't even see people posting pictures with their parents anymore. You don't see so many things. Like, I don't understand the words sometimes, but anyways, that's why I'm sharing with you, and I hope you could understand a little bit more about how I set up my personal foundation, and why having a family is so important to me, and why family should come first in all cases, okay? All cases, ever, ever, ever. I hope, guys, you could take some value from these conversations. Let me know what I should talk about. I know people like when I talk about relationships, like, even knowing that I don't really have that much experience with, but people like to know different things, different sides of me, and I'm happy to share. As I mentioned, not everything is business, even knowing that business means a lot in my case, because that's everything I do. So yes, guys, let me know in the comments down below what should I talk about on the next video. And if you like to see any specific things, I'm also uploading 2 weeks in Spain or something like this. So keep watching, because I'm going to post at the end how everything look like. And I'm very happy with my body, with my process, with the foundation I'm building for my own. And I want you to understand something: stay close to your values. Do not be trapped into the fast money or whatever society tells you. Don't worry with people patching out there. You're not missing out anything. Don't let FOMO hold you from achieving your goals. Make sure to stay at the right table with the right people, with the right mindset. That's going to help you so much in life. And I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Thanks.